Right now at 10, updates on the vote to ban camping on city property.
And Derek Van Orden makes a campaign stop in Onalaska.
Plus, the Miracle Network Children's Hospital heroes getting a chance to hoop with some local legends.
Watching WKBT La Crosse, this is News 8 Now at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 10. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown. An Abbotsford man accused of stabbing his daughters to death and attempting to kill his wife will undergo a mental competency evaluation.
29-year-old Victor Manuel Gomez Acosta is charged with 2 counts of first-degree intentional homicide and 1 count of attempted first-degree intentional homicide.
Today, a judge ordered him to submit to a competency evaluation at an inpatient mental health facility.
So that'll determine whether he's competent to stand trial or whether he'll receive long-term mental health treatment. Gomez Acosta is held on a $1 million cash bond.
A man accused in a 2022 Eau Claire homicide has taken a plea deal. On Friday, 28-year-old Kamoni Golden pled no contest to felony murder as a party to a crime and possession of a firearm by outstate felon. In exchange, 3 other charges were dropped but read in. Golden is one of 4 allegedly involved in a deadly Eau Claire shooting in September of 2022. 2 others involved in the shooting have also accepted plea deals. The 4th is facing a jury trial next June. Golden is back in court for a sentencing hearing October 17th.
2 men are in custody for allegedly running a jewelry scam across Wisconsin. Viroqua area officials Monday arrested 28-year-old Alexandru Uca of Washington and 27-year-old Armando Viduva of California. They're accused of scamming residents in St. Croix, Vernon, and Richland counties over the last 2 months. They would allegedly flag down residents and claim to be out of gas and then sell fake jewelry for cash. Police arrested them without incident and seized cash and jewelry from their car. Charges are still pending.
3 people are in the hospital after a crash in Caledonia this morning. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, the crash occurred around 8:30 at the intersection of State Highway 44 and Kingston Street. The accident involved a pickup truck and an SUV. 3 people were taken to Gunderson with non-life-threatening injuries. Officials do not believe alcohol was a factor in this crash.
There's plenty of sunshine, heat, and humidity earlier today. I know there was a potential for some scattered thunder showers coming through the region. Not sure what touched down tonight, but let's get a look at what might be in store tomorrow, courtesy of Bill Grahl.
Yeah, hi Ken and Emily. We started today with some fog. If you were up and at 'em very early, this was your view. This is our CityCam 8 time lapse from early this morning that quickly mixed out by about 8 or 9 o'clock. Then kind of a mix of sun and clouds through the day and dry. But boy, was it steamy, and it was very warm and humid with a high of 91 degrees. A nice little sunset there earlier this evening. Now, it's going to stay warm and humid through at least Sunday. Might get a little break on those temperatures on Thursday with some rain chances. In fact, periodic storm chances through Thursday, but plenty of dry time as well. Watching the chance for some stronger storms tomorrow night and tomorrow evening. Now, this evening, the storm activity stayed over northern and eastern parts of the state. Otherwise, a couple more complexes of storms over the Dakotas and into Nebraska, but a lot of these should stay to our south and west overnight, so we may end up dry for most areas overnight. Just a very small chance for a storm. Current temperatures in the 70s for most. We'll see overnight lows in the Cross around 69 degrees, mild and muggy. Again, a very small chance for a storm. Maybe some patchy fog late tonight, early tomorrow, much like we saw this morning. I'll discuss those additional storm chances through the week with my 8-day forecast in just a few minutes.
Sounds like a plan. Thanks, Bill.
La Crosse's Judiciary and Administration Committee is referring a resolution prohibiting camping on city property to the Common Council. News 8 Now's Jeremy Wall has more on their decision. Jeremy.
Well, Emily, the Judiciary and Administrative Committee decided not to vote on banning camping on city property, including city-owned parts of the marsh. There was a motion to adopt the ban, but no one seconded. Council members, including Barb Jansen, are hoping it gets banned soon. She says issues on the marsh have only gotten worse.
Crashes continued to accumulate. When the water came up, it, washed down into the river. It's just been a challenge. We've got people refusing that aren't comfortable using the trails anymore.
Mary Kay Cavanaugh says the camping situation has changed the way she uses the trails. Now, Common Council will vote on this next Thursday. Ken and Emily.
All right, thank you, Jeremy.
JNA also took up a rezoning proposal from La Crosse's Reach Center tonight. The Reach houses 20 organizations that help residents secure housing and achieve financial stability. Now, its partners want to update the building and offer new dental services there, but a zoning issue has blocked it. The Reach tried to get a rezoning approved back in March, but neighborhood objections triggered the need for a supermajority vote. That vote fell short in Common Council. However, a recent change in state law has overturned supermajority rezoning procedures, so the Reach Center has gotten to file its petition again. The center's officials were at tonight's meeting to ask for rezoning support. Now, some officials are concerned the rezoning goes against the city's goal to increase housing. Some neighbors said they're concerned about seeing needles and drug-related items used by some of those patrons. To try and get the community on board, Reach officials are promising they won't include activities like needle exchanges or drug detoxes.
Those were never on the list of uses that we wanted to bring into the building, but to give that extra confidence to the local community, we decided to add them as a list of prohibited uses in our zoning petition.
Councilmember Chris Woodard created a deed restriction to the petition to reflect those concerns. That amendment failed tonight, and JNA then voted to approve the rezoning. Now, that's just essentially a recommendation, so the full Common Council will take up both the amendment and the rezoning petition at its next meeting August 8th.
Early voting for Wisconsin state primary officially kicked off today. La Crosse has 5 early voting locations, but their hours and availability are different each day through August 9th. We'll have a link with locations and hours on our digital platforms. Voters must bring a photo ID such as a driver's license, passport, or military ID card. And if you need to register or update your information, you'll also need to bring proof of residence. If you received an absentee ballot, you can drop them off at early voting locations as long as they're properly signed and sealed.
Congressman Derek Van Orden is meeting with business owners in Onalaska as he campaigns for re-election. Van Orden today met with Stone Distribution and nearby businesses along County Road Z who have teamed up to create a mini industrial park over there. The freshman congressman says those business owners needed to band together because of the weight of the Biden-Harris economy.
The biggest issues that we talked about here is this economy under the Biden-Harris administration. It's crushing them because interest rates are so high, it's very difficult to get these projects
off the ground is what he finished saying there. Van Orden also called on Wisconsin voters to vote yes on 2 state constitutional amendments coming up on the August 13th ballot. The amendments give the legislature, not the governor, full authority on allocating federal funding that Wisconsin receives. Van Orden says the legislature should have more control over that kind of spending.
Well, today was the second day for Johnny and Jordan Davis's basketball clinic at La Crosse Central High School. But today, the Central alumni got to play alongside the Children's Miracle Network Hospital Heroes. The Heroes got to have some fun running, doing some drills with the current NBA and college players. Siblings of the Heroes were also in attendance, allowing fun for the whole family.
We had 19 kiddos, both heroes and their siblings. It's a really great chance for the siblings to get involved too, especially a lot of times when we're talking about some of the complex medical conditions that these kids are dealing with. We love to get the whole family together, and this is just a great chance to do that.
Now, this is the 4th basketball clinic hosted by the Davis brothers. They said they would love to welcome the Heroes back in the future, given the opportunity.
Tension in the Middle East.
How a deadly exchange between Israel and militant group Hezbollah is inflaming fears of a wider war.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Chevy lets you begin every day fully charged, so you can go farther. And so can your money. Tow with confidence. Plus, stay connected with available OnStar technology. For summer adventures, Chevy's got you. Get 1.9% financing on this 2024 Silverado when you finance with GM Financial. Or get $5,750 total value when you trade in an eligible vehicle. Visit HometownChevy.com.
Improving your home, improving your life with a better bathroom. In just a day or two, you can enjoy a wonderful new tub or shower that is attractive, easy to care for, and safe. New fixtures, shelves for storage, and grab bars for safety. Be safe, be happy, enjoy bathing again. Be even happier with everything new. Comfort Height toilet, vanity, sink, faucet, mirror, light, and new flooring. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. Get more for less today and every day.
Israel conducted an airstrike on Lebanon Tuesday. Israeli officials say the deadly strike hit the Hezbollah commander responsible for a rocket attack on the Israeli-controlled Golan Heights.
That strike left 12 children and teenagers dead Saturday. CBS News correspondent Michael George reports with the latest.
Israel says it killed a top Hezbollah commander in a densely populated Beirut neighborhood. In a statement, the Israel Defense Forces says fighter jets, quote, eliminated the Hezbollah terrorist organization's most senior military commander and the head of its strategic unit.
Fuad Shukur was the commander responsible for the Majd al-Shams massacre, in which 12 children were murdered after Hezbollah fired an Iranian Falak 1 rocket directly at a soccer field in northern Israel on Saturday evening.
Despite escalating violence, the White House expressed hope tensions will ease.
We do not believe that an all-out war is inevitable.
Hezbollah has been sending rockets and shooting across the border since shortly after the October 7th Hamas terror attack. Tens of thousands evacuated their homes in northern Israel and southern Lebanon amid the ongoing strife.
The United States is going to continue to support efforts to reach a diplomatic solution.
Vice President Kamala Harris spoke about Tuesday's development as she arrived in Atlanta.
Israel has a right to defend itself.
The Hezbollah commander was also wanted in the U.S. for playing a key role in the 1983 bombing of the Marine Corps barracks in Beirut that killed 241 U.S. military personnel. An Israeli official confirms to CBS News that Israel gave top U.S. officials advance warning of Tuesday's operation in Lebanon. Michael George, CBS News.
Lebanon's health ministry says the Israeli airstrike killed 3 people and injured more than 75. Hezbollah says it won't stop its attacks until there is a ceasefire in Gaza between Israel and Hamas.
Will the presidential candidates take the stage before the election?
What we know about a potential Harris and Trump debate after the break.
And I'm meteorologist Bill Grahl. Another very warm and humid day tomorrow, but what about any storm chances? I will have all the details of my 8-day forecast after the break.
My name is Joel. I'm a retired naval officer and I live here in Wisconsin. The United States entrusted me to command a destroyer and take it halfway around the world with 305 of my fellow citizens. The responsibility and the authority that goes with the position of being in command is humbling. The thought that you may have to give orders that would put the lives of your crew in danger, it's something that makes you, I think, very appreciative of their service. I took an oath to support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. Donald Trump took the same oath I did. I was at home on January 6th. I saw the invasion of the U.S. Capitol. Donald Trump's actions betrayed his oath, and instead what he was doing was trying to protect his own interests, his individual interests, not the interests of the nation. With Donald Trump, my big fear is what comes next. We have to move forward as a country, and that means putting the Trump chapter behind us.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
Maury's VW has all the latest Volkswagens with new product arriving daily, including the new 2024 Volkswagen SUV lineup, the large and very spacious Atlas and Atlas Crossport, the perfect size family-friendly Volkswagen Tiguan, and the practical, economical Volkswagen Taos. As always, you don't need to travel far to have your Volkswagen serviced. Come in for your test drive today at Maury's Volkswagen.
Hey golfers, we're adding a little Yuletide cheer to the fairway at Drugan's Castle Mound with our Christmas in July gift certificate sale. For the month of July, purchase a certificate with a $60 value for only $50. Visit us online at Drugans.com or call 526-4144 to add some swings to your summer stocking.
At Drugan's Country Club, yes, Drugan.
Our country has taken a beating the last few years, but I know we can turn it around. It'll take a lot of hard work like these athletes put in. We need to get serious about our spending that has caused prices to skyrocket. We need to fix our health care and address the shortage of affordable housing. Also, we must close our border, stop the flow of fentanyl, and put Americans first. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message. Let's get America winning gold again.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
It's still unclear if former President Donald Trump plans to debate Kamala Harris. Monday, in a Fox News interview, he said he would probably end up debating Harris, but then he also said he could make a case for not doing it. When asked why, Trump said because voters already know everything about both candidates. Trump previously agreed to debate Biden a second time in September on ABC.
One of the sons of former cartel boss El Chapo pleaded not guilty to drug trafficking charges in a Chicago courtroom. Joaquin Guzman Lopez is accused of leading the Sinaloa cartel. Guzman Lopez and the cartel's alleged co-founder were arrested by U.S. authorities Thursday in El Paso, Texas. U.S. officials say the arrest came after Guzman Lopez duped Ismael Zambada, known as El Mayo, and orchestrated their arrest. Officials say Zambada thought the two were flying to northern Mexico to look at real estate. But instead, their small private plane landed north of the border near El Paso, where U.S. authorities were waiting on the tarmac.
Well, in spite of the humidity we had today, it was a lovely evening outside. I got to enjoy dinner. I got to enjoy dinner out by the water, and yeah, it was really nice. And apparently we do have that might change a little bit because we do have some storms coming potentially tomorrow, Bill.
Yeah, it looks like tomorrow evening and night will be the best chance, as you'll see that on our sky tracker in just a moment. But yeah, on these kind of mild and muggy nights, it always helps to get close to water, whether it's lakes or rivers or anything of that nature. So, hey, I blazed through the sunset earlier, so I wanted to slow that down for you. Check this out. Beautiful golden sunset earlier this evening. This was the scene through CityCam 8 just after 8 o'clock. Beautiful sky there. A little hazy because of all the humidity, a little bit of smoke in the sky as well. We've got a lot of wildfires out west here, and of course over western Canada, a lot of wildfires continue to burn as well. All is quiet this evening. 91 the high today, 66 the low. Averages are 85 and 64. 100 the record high, so not quite that hot. That was in 1999, and no rainfall in La Crosse for today. Paris 78's out at the airport and downtown at the station. Feels like 80 with that dew point of 66. The wind is calm, and the Mississippi holding steady, 6.82 feet. 76 for you folks in Eau Claire, dew point of 70. So again, it is quite muggy across the region again this evening. Now, current temperatures primarily in the 70s, although 69 in Sparta, everyone else in the 70s with the exception of Green Bay at 80 degrees and the Twin Cities sitting at 83. Again, these dew points still quite high, mid-60s to lower 70s, even as high as 73, so uncomfortable for most, even a little oppressive in some spots. And those dew points will remain in the upper 60s to around 70 tonight and into tomorrow morning, so the muggies will continue. Now, like last night, the winds are going light or calm, so also like late last night, early this morning, maybe some fog. Visibility trackers showing a little bit of fog potential, especially up along the I-94 corridor from Eau Claire down through Black River Falls and over towards Wisconsin Rapids, and then that quickly mixes out like we saw this morning. Radar quiet in our neck of the woods, but some storms over towards Green Bay. But that's been one batch, another batch over northern and northeastern Nebraska, even a tornado warning there, and some additional storms over North Dakota. But a lot of this activity should stay to our south and west overnight. So I've included just a small chance for a storm locally, but I think many areas will stay dry. It's going to be tomorrow evening and night when this next disturbance to our west approaches with a better chance of storms. So sky tracker showing mainly dry tonight, and then tomorrow also mainly dry, but look what happens to the west. A good complex of storms west of I-35 late in the day and into tomorrow evening could approach our area, including La Crosse and Eau Claire, between about maybe 7 and 10 p.m. and then still some periodic shower and thunderstorm chances overnight and throughout the day on Thursday, although it's not going to rain all day, and that may give us a little temperature break on Thursday as well. Now, outside chance for some strong to severe storms tomorrow evening evening and night, level 1 risk. Again, that local timing, gusty winds, hail, some locally heavy rain, higher chances for severe in these level 2 and 3 risks farther off to our west. Maybe stay weather aware just in case. Temperatures tomorrow similar to today, mid to upper 80s for most, maybe some low 90s in a few spots, including the La Crosse area. And again, with that high humidity, heat indices, or what it feels like, could climb well into the 90s once again. So for tonight, mild, muggy, maybe some fog towards morning. Just a very small chance for a storm, 69 for the low. 91 tomorrow, hot and humid. Pretty good chance of storms by tomorrow evening and night. Those linger into Thursday, but a little cooler, 84. Hot, humid, dry though, Friday and Saturday, highs near 90. Slight chance for a storm on Sunday, a little bit better chance next Monday and Tuesday. So we're going to have to deal with this heat and humidity through Sunday. A little bit of a break in that humidity as we head into next week. Guys, back to you.
Ready for more muggies.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
rest of the week.
Well, coming up next in sports, the Steam out in North Dakota looking to keep their winning ways going over the Honeybees. Plus, the Legion State Baseball Tournament gets underway in West Salem later this week. We'll hear from the hosts after the break.
News 8 Now Sports is brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Wisconsin, with 6 locations of fun.
When it comes to your personal healthcare decisions, you and your family know what's best for you, not politicians. I'm Katrina Shankland, and I approve this message because in Congress, I'll use my experience to protect and expand our reproductive freedoms.
Okay, 500 deluxe garden gnomes. Wow.
I only meant to order 5. There's not enough money in my account for these. I'm gonna get charged.
2 things I just can't deal with: overdraft charges and garden gnomes. But your BMO Smart Advantage checking account gives you an extra day to avoid an overdraft fee.
Nice to see a bank cutting people some slack.
Well, mistakes happen, and we give you time to correct them.
So you don't like gnomes, huh? What about that one?
That one I like a lot.
BMO. The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Would you hire a barber who's never cut hair before? So why send someone to Congress who's never held public office and never passed a single bill? I'm Katrina Shankland. I approve this message because we need an experienced congresswoman. Right, Jed?
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports.
We are closing in on the end of the Legion baseball season. State tournaments get started this week. Viroqua and Westby will be up in Osseo, while Onalaska and West Salem will both be in West Salem. Legion Post 51 gets the honor of hosting the state tournament this year. Their first time doing so since 2015. West Salem, Onalaska, along with 6 other teams, will face off to see who will be crowned Legion state champion. For Post 51, they knew they'd be in this spot since the beginning of the season, as the host team always gets to take part. And Post 51's coach, Nick Schultz, was playing in the state tournament 9 years ago. Now he's excited for his team to make lifelong memories of their own.
Looking back at my career, it was probably one of the highlights, obviously. Just to play in front of your hometown, your parents and your fans, your buddies. It's just, yeah, nothing beats playing in front of you guys.
I think it's just a fun experience. You know, families get to come out and watch us play at our home stadium. We get to host a state tournament at a beautiful field, and I think we're just lucky to have this opportunity.
And action gets underway this Friday. Onalaska facing off with Fort Atkinson at 1:30. Then in the nightcap, West Salem goes up against Beaver Dam at 7 o'clock. And if both teams win, they'll They'll face off Saturday night. To the big leagues we go. Top of the third, no score until Austin Riley shoots one through the right side of the infield. That puts Atlanta up 1 on the Crew. Later in the frame, it's Eddie Rosario with the bags full and 2 outs. He sends one to right center for a base hit. That scores 2 more. Braves make it 3-0. Visitors did all their damage in the third and fourth innings, and the kid from Waukesha, Jared Kelnick, sends one up and out of the park against the team he grew up rooting for. Brewers fall 5-1. Rubber match set for tomorrow a little after 1. Twins back in action against the Mets. Not much scoring in this one, but bottom 4, the home side gets a run across thanks to a J.D. Martinez hit. Then coming up in the 5th, Mark Vientos is going to center on a pitch and send it up and out of here. Minnesota's offense just musters 2 hits on the day as they fall 2-0 in the Big Apple. Let's check in on the Steam. Lacrosse on the road at Minot. Top 4, game tied at 1 until Rachel Morai with a base knock up the middle to break the deadlock. And Morai was the X factor in this one. She's up again in the 6th, coming up here with 1 on, and she's going to get a hold of this pitch. Lacrosse left fielder adds a little cushion to the visitors' lead. And later in the inning, Avery Makaritz shoots one to the right side. Close enough, right? And the second baseman can't make the play. Steam go on to take this one 6-3, the final. Well, for those that keep up with the Madden games, the franchise released their ratings for receivers, and let's just say they don't think highly of the Packers' pass catchers. Luckily, that's just a video game, and the Packers receiving room is confident in who they've got. 5 different wideouts led the team in receiving yards in at least 1 game last year, showing the depth that the group possesses. They've got a number of playmakers that specialize in different elements of the position, giving opposing defensive coordinators headaches leading up to a matchup with Green Bay. In a division that showcases so many great players at the position, the Packers are right there with the rest of the North.
We're our own group, man. I don't compare us to nobody. So, like they said, we got a lot of different ones in the room, and I don't think you can compare any other room to us. On any given week, we all can make a play. So.
Every wide receiver that logged at least 1 catch last year for the Pack is back in Titletown for another season, and with each one being 25 or younger, the future is looking bright. So, guys,
young and so shiny.
Yes, looking forward to some Packers football. Emily, you've never been to a Packers game.
No.
Is this going to be the year?
I would like it to be. I like to go in during the brunt of winter, ideally, but I heard they are playing the Texans in October.
That sounds right, because they do have the AFC South on the schedule.
So that would be a good matchup. I could go during the fall also, but I want to have the experience of just being super cold.
Right. I mean, we were talking about it, and
for someone who's lived it, it's like, hey, you don't need to experience that too often.
It might be a little bit overhyped, but
no, that's the way to do it.
That's how you turn into a real Wisconsinite.
Right,
sitting through those cold bleachers that just can't feel any part of your body. It's it's an experience.
As long as they win, it's an enjoyable experience.
Exactly.
Makes it a lot better.
Okay, we'll have more news right after this.
At By Gotham Rohde, we know reputation is important, and it can affect your case's outcome. If you want your case to be taken seriously, you need lawyers who are taken seriously. By Gotham Rohde, serious injuries need serious lawyers.
You'll soon vote on 2 misleading constitutional amendments. They're designed to trick voters into eliminating checks and balances in our government. It's a power grab to give the legislature the sole power to distribute emergency funding. Our legislature is ruled by bickering and gridlock. 6 months without passing a bill. Millions lost from their failures. So don't give them the sole power. Vote no to questions 1 and 2.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
We're digging in on Highway 61 and getting ready to build a new Chrysler Winona. But we are packed with cars where the building is supposed to go, and we need to make room. During the Make This the Summer event, we have huge savings on our best models. New vehicles under $40,000 include a well-appointed Jeep Grand Cherokee or Ram 1500 Quad Cab. Save up to $10,000 on a new Ram heavy-duty truck or $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Bighorn Crew Cab. So come see us at our new location Highway 61, Winona.
We've all seen these ads by Senator Baldwin attacking me. She's lying to you. But that's what career politicians do when they get in trouble. The truth? I was born and live in Wisconsin. I've never run a nursing home, and of course I believe seniors should vote. The false attacks are going to keep coming because she has nothing to run on. Her record has failed us on inflation, the border, and crime. I'm Eric Hovde. I approve this message for this reason. It's time for change.
Is your personal injury lawyer trying to sell you a settlement that you don't think is fair? You need a lawyer who won't settle your case just to move on to the next one. Get the full compensation you deserve. Get Bygoff and Rohde.
You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
A beloved La Crosse Arts Center is showing its appreciation for the volunteers who help keep its doors open.
Yeah, today the Pump House Regional Arts Center held a backyard party thanking everyone who donates their time. The historic landmark has been entertaining audiences in La Crosse since 1979. At today's event, attendees got to play yard games, compete for prizes, and enjoy hot dogs, courtesy of Rudy's Drive-In. The executive director says it's great to reconnect with all the people who have helped make the Pump House a special place for art and culture over the years.
My favorite part is always seeing the faces and connecting with people. I love seeing people see people that they haven't seen in a while, and people were just happy to gather.
Around 300 volunteers give their free time to the Pump House every year.
All right, it is a fantastic venue. Got that little classic vibe to it, and it's a versatile space. I think we had a story I think last summer where a young man basically organized a blood drive at the Pump House.
Oh,
so it's not just
that
art
makes sense.
shows.
Pumping blood, I get that.
Yeah, it was one of the places where he loved to volunteer at. So again, it's a space where you can see a bunch of different things.
I have yet to be there. I know they've got that little community book box outside that you can grab books. Yes. That's all I know about it so far, but so I got to get over to the Pump House.
You'll get there.
All right, Bill, we'll have one final look at your forecast when we come back.
Stories are told on our Instagram at WKBT News 8. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
Tell me about the day that you first found out about Nolan's birth defect.
Everything was normal up until my 20-week ultrasound. I learned my baby would not survive. I did not have the choice to do what was right for me and my family. To think that there's a possibility of a national abortion ban scares me to death.
Derek Van Orden and his extreme positions around reproductive freedoms are why I'm running for Congress. I'm Rebecca Cook, and I approve this message.
Improving your home, improving your life with quality for less. Don't be fooled by free installation or buy this and get that free. Be assured this baloney is the road sign to high prices. Discover what thousands of your friends and neighbors have for over 30 years. The best price today and every day on windows and doors, bathrooms and kitchens, siding and gutters, sunrooms, decks, and pergolas. Call or visit the board store for a prompt free estimate. 524 Copeland Avenue, La Crosse, since 1989.
Everyone deserves the fastest, most reliable internet speeds, regardless of where they live. That's why Spectrum offers the fastest speeds in more neighborhoods than any other provider.
Switch to Spectrum Internet for only $49.99 a month. Call 1-833-376-4999.
With Spectrum Internet, you can power all of your devices to enjoy streaming, video chatting, and gaming. I rely on Spectrum Internet. You should too. Call now.
T-Mobile coverage in my area is wonderful.
We have 8 acres, and it gives you peace of mind to know that you're going to have a reliable signal.
We enjoy hiking. We enjoy the outdoors. The coverage has been great.
And after investing billions to light up our network from big cities to small towns, T-Mobile is America's largest and fastest 5G network. See for yourself. Try T-Mobile's network free for 3 months. Your phone, our network, no strings.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get up to $7,400 in total savings on a new 2024 Ford F-150, only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Mild and muggy tonight, some patchy fog possible late, lows in the mid-60s to around 70. Dry and hot for most of tomorrow, 91. Pretty good chance of storms by tomorrow evening and night. Lingering into Thursday with highs Thursday around 84.
All right, we'll keep an eye on tomorrow night for sure. Thanks for joining us at 10.
We'll see you tomorrow.